football night for the Mustangs. Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from Albert Gallatin High School, it's the Colonials hosting the Mustangs in the final game of the 2016 season. Hi, everybody. I'm Vince Capozzi, along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, here to bring you all of the action. We welcome you aboard tonight's game, as it's always a joint venture between our friends at Atlantic Broadband, Gary Smith and his friends over at CUTV, and the Armstrong Cable and the South Union Township Commissioners, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. We'll be back up with some thoughts about tonight's game right after this. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Uniontown Chiropractic Center is proud to help sponsor the Laurel Highlands athletic teams and its staff. The center is celebrating its 30th year anniversary under the direction of Dr. Garrett Breakiron. The staff is comprised of Dr. Kurt Sturdivant, Dr. Gregory Hogan, and 7 chiropractic assistants. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center offers in-house x-ray, multiple therapy procedures, and massage, as well as a 4,000 square foot exercise rehabilitation area. The center not only treats spinal conditions, but performs therapy and exercise rehabilitation for post-surgical hip, knee, and shoulder conditions. Appointments can be made by calling 724-437-1910, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturday 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Dr. Breakiron and his staff would like to recognize the outstanding work that John Kazer has provided for the past 25 years as the voice of the Mustangs.
Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network. They have been serving the area with quality work and integrity for more than 40 years, and they would like to again thank their past customers and look forward to serving new customers as well. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, works with all insurance companies and provides assistance with car rental arrangements that coordinate with the auto repair work. The rental company will meet with you at our facility to accommodate your rental needs. As a member of the DuPont Assurance of Quality program, our refinishes are guaranteed and all repairs have a lifetime warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, clearly recognizes and understands the current and ever-changing atmosphere that exists in today's collision repair and insurance industries. So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351. We care about the environment. We've always been an eco-friendly facility, and we are currently going through the process of being recognized by the U.S. EPA's Design for the Environment program.
For all of your auto body needs, come to Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, because there is a difference.
So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Back to Colonial Stadium here on the campus of Albert Gallatin High School. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay here to bring you all the action of the final game of the 2016 regular season. But guys, before we begin, would be remiss without talking about, as many of you may know, our dear friend and the man who occupied this chair for so many years, John Kazer, passed away earlier this week after a courageous battle with an illness. And Ricky, it's just kind of hard to think about John just not being here.
Well, John was a great guy. I didn't really know him very much until I got into this thing working with WMBS, but he was a great guy, and it's a sign that it takes two of us to do half the job that he did. Absolutely. I mean, he and Jerry together have done just so much for sports in our South Union Township that it's just really, it defies description. And, it just seems kind of weird. And I know it's got to be strange for Jerry, who his brother-in-law, who they were as close as anybody you could be together as friends. But we're here tonight, and we're just going to try to do what we do because that's what John would want us to do, I would think. Celebrate John. Absolutely. That's what it's about right now. Absolutely. And hard to believe it was 26 years ago that John and Jerry first stood on a hillside and broadcast a game that of Midget League that would grow into this South Union Township Sports Network. And, for so many years, Jerry's been behind the scenes, but it was John and it was who was the face and the voice of South Union Township. And when John did the games, it didn't matter whether he was doing a high school game or whether he was doing a Midget League game. He gave it the same effort and the same enthusiasm, and he always had that same broad smile. And what I think was one of the greatest things about South Union Township is what John and Jerry have been able to do is not just for the high school kids, but especially for those younger kids in the rec soccer leagues, the thrill of being on TV, which they may have never gotten or may never get again, and then the opportunity for their kids or their family, their parents, their grandparents, friends who couldn't go to those games to be able to sit there and watch them. I just think that, that's something that can't be overlooked. Well, it started out small, as a lot of things do, but I hear story after story from Jerry where there's relatives from California or far, far away that they wouldn't make it to the game anyway. I heard about one from Hawaii. Right. So it gives them a chance to see their relatives. And John got it. He understood that was all about the kids, that he was just there to bring attention to that, not himself. And I think he set a standard there. And if I can get personal myself for just a second, I got to know John pretty well during my coaching years, and then again as a college athletic director. And any time that Jerry and John were in the facility, I'd always come over and make sure I say hi. And John would always greet me with a big smile and a handshake, no matter how badly he was feeling. And folks, I can tell you that there was a while where he was feeling really badly, but you never really did it. And John would always give us a shout out on the air when he was there, and always say something nice about my wife Annie and I, probably more than we deserved, but we did. We did. And so, the other thing is I'm very grateful for the last time we saw John in public, which was on the field at Laurel Highlands when he was honored being brought into the Hall of Fame. Well, and it's well-deserved. It's week after week, game after game. You say 26 years. Yeah. It's game after game, the dedication of Jerry and John both bringing it to this standard, raising the level of broadcast. Most other schools don't have this, and we're very lucky that these guys work this hard over all these years.
And to give us the chance to have just as much fun as the kids playing. You know, a lot of you tonight might be thinking that we're coming into tonight's broadcast with heavy hearts, or maybe even that we weren't going to do it at all because of John's passing. But Jerry said it the best when I talked to him when he called me to tell me that John had passed, when he said quite simply, this is what John would want us to do. So we're going to be here tonight, and we're going to do our best to bring you the game with our usual frivolity and professionalism. And I'm sure we can do it, because tonight, for the first time in 26 years, the South Union Township Sports Network has a guardian angel that will be with us all through the night. So we're not going to be sad tonight, because the best way to honor John is to do it the way he did it, with a lot of joy. I'm thinking of some words from that noted philosopher, Theodor Geisel, who once said, "Don't be sad that this is ending, be happy that it occurred." And so, don't be sad that John is on, be happy that he came along.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice. Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Welcome back to Albert Gallatin. The 2016 season wrapping up tonight, and it's going to be a good game between the Colonials and the Mustangs. Both teams trying to get some pride tonight, Ricky, with Albert Gallatin trying to go into the offseason on a winning streak, and Laurel Highlands trying to avoid the goose egg on the win column.
Yeah, both teams are trying to get some momentum at the end, a little pride game at the end of the year.
Right.
Laurel Highlands has some seniors that are going to be leaving, Karwatsky, Savini, and a few others, and they want to go out with a W.
They want to go out, boy, remembered well. And I think that overall in the season, despite the turnover problems, I think Karwatsky has done a nice job running the offense. When they were evenly matched with some of those teams, it really looked like, that they could compete, and he made some really nice decisions on this run option. So it's going to be very interesting tonight to see whether or not Albert Gallatin has something special in store for this read option. I have a feeling it's going to be a spy.
Well,
I think they're going to spy Karwatsky.
Well, then that's going to make Savini or whoever is the jet sweep guy make a good move on the outside.
That's it. I think they're going to try to make Karwatsky pitch it earlier than he wants.
Getting ready for the coin flip here. Captain's saying good luck.
And let's see who. Laurel Highlands is their tradition all season that if they win the toss, they elect to defer. Except for last week at Thomas Jefferson, when they elected to receive.
And that would make sense against TJ.
Yeah. Hope I can get a long drive and eat up some clock.
I think AG did themselves a favor by hiring a coach like Leota from Clairton as an assistant, who has some experience with a winning program.
And those, he knows what it takes to win. All right, we have the coin toss. Let's see where it is. It looks like Albert Gallatin has won the toss, and we'll see what they elect to do. They're going to defer to the second half, so that means that the Mustangs will get the football when we come back. The kickoff is next. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar. Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
welcome back to Colonial Stadium on the campus of Albert Gallatin High School here in York Run. And we're ready to go. The Albert Gallatin Colonials are dressed in their traditional black uniforms with the silver trim, the silver numbers, and the black helmets. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs in their traveling white uniforms with the blue numerals, the red pants and the white helmets, and the Colonials and the Mustangs are ready to go. Mustangs moving right to left through your living room tonight as we see it. So you might want to get that furniture out of the way, get your snacks and nachos all ready, and we'll be ready to bring you what we think is going to be a barn burner of a game. As Keith Jackson would say, oh, Nelly, what a barn burner we're going to have tonight.
Well, hey, Vince, I have to tell you, of all the games this year, this is the best conditions that we have for football. It's 50 degrees. It's a dry field. Nothing... No slop. There's been no wind.
Yeah, there's no wind. There's been no hint of rain at all. During the season, or during the day. So, again, it's a good night. The weather has turned football.
Senior night here. All the seniors are recognized. Football players, cheerleaders.
All right, we're
gathering the whole team together here.
We've just been advised that there's. The holdup right now is that there is not an ambulance present at the field, and National Federation rules say that an ambulance must be present at the site prior to the game being able to kick off. So,
kids are all warmed up. Laurel Highlands is not aware of that.
And here it comes right on cue. Right on cue, there it is. So we're ready to go now.
There it is. I don't know if Jerry's going to show that or not, but it just pulls in now.
All right, we're ready to go.
It just proves that there's a lot of little details that go into putting a game on.
Absolutely. All right, Hunter Maseko set to kick off for the Mustangs. Connor Basinger on the near side. And Ryan Frike on the far side, deep to receive for the Mustangs. They both stand at their 20-yard line as Maseko approaches it, puts the ball on the ground. It's a bouncing ball, bounces loose, and the Colonials are just going to cover it.
Karwatsky tried to bring that ball in, and it just got away from him.
Rolled right away from him. So the Colonials try a little squib kick there on the start, but the Mustangs able to cover it up, and they'll put the ball in play 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
Well, hey, Vince, you have to admit this is the Colonials have 8 games of tape to watch. This isn't the first team that did a squib kick to them.
We've seen that.
They saw something in the films.
We've seen pretty much of that. Okay, now Karwatsky will lead them out. He's going to go out of the pistol. 2 wings, 2 receivers to the far boundary. Fike in motion, now comes back to the near side. Now they'll step back and change the play. Savini in the backfield. Edenfield is there. And they give it to Savini, and Savini is going to be out across the 30-yard line to the 32-yard line. And so a good positive start there, Rick. 5 yards on the first carry.
Well, we didn't get to do the starting lineups, but it looks like it's the same starting front line as last week.
Karwatsky gives the ball to Savini again, and this time Savini has some running room. Not a whole lot, but picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Laurel Highlands plays best when they play with momentum, a little bit of momentum, and build it up. They don't play stop and go very well.
All right, everybody in sight. Savini has the ball. Savini has running room. He's got a first down and is going to be brought down shy of the 50-yard line. And coming up is Willie Hines to make a nice tackle there. Mustangs move the sticks, though, Ricky.
Huddle.
No huddle offense, trying to change some tempo. Out of the pistol. Karwatsky will throw. It's a quick out, and it's going to be complete to Jake Dukeman. Dukeman has the first down at the 30 or the 46-yard line, let's say. Well, actually, he's gonna get a right foot spot, so he's gonna be shy by about a yard. Now they do give him the first down. The one referee was telling the sticks stay there. So first down again. Karwotsky has Dukeman to the far boundary. Savini has good running room, breaks the tackle, and is down to the 38-yard line.
Well, Laurel Highlands has not given the Colonials a chance to sub at all. Going no huddle.
Kirby made that stop again. They'll put two men, one to the far boundary, one to the near boundary. That's Jake Dukeman on our side. And then this is Jake McClusack with the ball, and he's going to be dragged down for a loss as a flag goes down.
He was tackled there by
like it was
Braden Moody, number 7.
Yep. And we'll see what that is. Are they going to call that a horse collar?
He had a shirt. Wondering if that's a holding call.
Or if it's a hold against LH. No. Personal foul, that's it. It's a horse collar. So that'll give them 15 yards. Because it's a personal foul. First down for Laurel Highlands. And if you're Zach Just, this is the way you wanted to draw up your first drive.
Even on the options, when Karwotsky gives the ball to Savini, he's able to make several yards, it looks like.
Fike in motion to the far side. He'll take the pitch. Makes a turn upfield, and Ryan Fike, there's a flag down on the play. So this is going to come back. This is in the area where you usually get either a block in the back or a hold from the offense.
Yeah, I think Ian Edenfield got caught doing that.
You mean Ian Edenfield, the lineman?
Yeah. Holding.
And it's a holding call against Laurel Highlands, so this will come back.
That's what we thought it was, usually in that area. And I think I know, I think you're right. That's who got caught. And the sad part about that was it was away from the play. Okay, again, though, they'll put Dukeman and McClusack on the near side. Dual wings. Savini dots the backfield. Karwotsky from the pistol. It's going to be a screen pass to McClusack. McClusack puts it on the ground. There's a bug on the rug. And it looks like it's going to be recovered by Albert Gallatin. Yes, coming up for the football with Albert Gallatin was Cole DuPont. I think that flag is going to be against Laurel Highlands.
That'll probably be declined.
I would think.
McClusack looked like he had pretty good room out there to maybe make a move, and the ball just popped out of his hands without a lot of interference from the Colonials.
All right, there's some discussion going on. Ineligible participation, ineligible man downfield for Laurel Highlands, so that penalty will be declined, and now Albert Gallatin will put the ball in play at their own 23-yard line. And just as I said, that's what you want to see. That's not what they wanted to see. Putting it on the ground again, something that has really plagued Laurel Highlands all season.
Major shift there by the offense.
Absolutely. Motion man comes to the near side. He's going to get the football. And turning upfield is Tavian Mosey.
He was met like a brick wall by number 59, Cody Christopher. Wow, big hit.
Cody really hit him.
Got
you have
a
to
yard,
telestrator
maybe?
to show that. That was a textbook tackle. Stood him straight up. All right, Dominic Llewellyn, the sophomore or the freshman quarterback, and now we've got a flag. Too many people in motion at the same time for Albert Gallatin. No, actually it's going to be the Mustangs offside. Wow. There was multiple motion in the backfield for Albert Gallatin, apparently all on the legal side. All we have a whistle, and again we have flags on the play. Kind of deja vu all over again with that one. 5 more yards, so Albert Gallatin gets its first down without having to run a play.
Give Dominic credit for that hard counter. You don't expect that heady play from a freshman.
This is Oliver. Oliver has the football and is across the 40 or the 35 to the 36-yard line, and he will go down on the play there. Bringing him down on the play was Hunter Scott. And both teams look like they're going no huddle. 2 receivers to the near side for Dominic Llewellyn. Motion man is coming to that side. Fakes it, flag is down. Oliver is stacked up. Going to be shy of the first down across the 40 into the 43-yard line. Or the 42, he needs to get to the 43. So let's see what the flag is.
The flag was early.
The flag was in like a illegal motion area. Yep, there it is. Illegal motion against Albert Gallatin. You know, it's a curse to always be right.
Let's ask your wife.
Yeah, who is standing about 6 feet to the left.
So, you wouldn't expect this many penalties from 2 teams in the 9th game of the season. And we're only 4 minutes into the game.
We've had 4 penalties in the last 5 plays. All right, Llewellyn sets them again, man in motion to the near side. They'll give it once again, and Oliver has huge running room. Brought by Ryan Richter and Fike, and when you have your safeties making tackles, you don't want to hear that.
12-yard gain there for Oliver.
Albert Gallatin with their first possession, 7:32 to go in the first period. We are scoreless. Oliver has it again. This time he's got no running room. Brought down by what looked like a team portrait of the front line of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
That was the front box 7 committee.
Absolutely. Was a family reunion for the Mustangs right at the ball carrier. 2nd down and 10. Llewellyn. 3 receivers bunched to the near side. One is now going to go to the far side. And Albert Gallatin again is able to entice Laurel Highlands to jump into the neutral zone.
Dominic has a little head bob there also, Vince. That I wonder if it's on the Colonials.
Nope.
Nope. I apologize. But he has a little head bob going in addition to the hard count that's drawing him off.
I think if it's a subtle bob, it's okay. I think if it's a jerking motion that simulates a movement. All right, now we've got 2 men in the backfield. First time we've seen that. Now he's going to go with from the shotgun with a bodyguard. And they're going to give the ball on an inside handoff. This looks like Willie Himes trying to turn the corner. Himes is going to get to the 50-yard line.
Looks like no gain on that play.
Make it 2nd down and 5. Nose of the football resting on the 50-yard line. Dukeman was in on the stop. 3rd down and 5 now. Llewellyn is under center. Got a man in motion coming to the near side. Oliver has it, and Oliver is met by a bunch of Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Ian Edfield was in on the play. Ryan Fike was there, and also Ryan Richter.
You know one thing, Vince, about running the read option is that you also play all week long defending against the read option. So you see it every day in practice. Both teams do. So they know how to defend it.
Absolutely. Looks like AG is going to go for it. 4th and 5 at midfield.
That's a gutsy call from midfield early in the game.
What the heck? It's a rivalry game.
Home field.
You're on your home field. Chance to excite your fans a little bit, get them into the game. 3 men in a straight tee. Now they switch the play. Oh, they looked like they were going a little wildcat.
Timeout.
It's going to be a timeout for Albert Gallatin. They didn't like what they saw. We'll take a break as well. 5:04 to go in the first period. We are scoreless. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
All right, welcome back to Albert Gallatin. The Colonials had a chance to think about it, and now they're going to kick the football away at 4th and 5. Lone man back is going to be Ryan Flake for Laurel Highlands. Good snap, end over end kick, fair catch called for by Flake at the 20-yard line.
There was something about that wildcat that Coach Liotta didn't like, and he called timeout. I don't know if that was the plan the whole time, or
it looked like it was the plan. There, when that entire group of people shifted to the near side, somebody might have been covering up a lineman, which would have caused an illegal formation. Coach recognized it before the play got off and said, let's not give any plays away. I'd rather punt from here.
Especially from the 50.
Right.
4th and 5 was, I thought, pretty strong.
Yeah. All right, Karwotsky wants the throw, has McClusek, it's complete. And Jake is out to the 38-yard or the 28-yard line. He's brought down there in the arms of Tavian Mosey.
Nice 8-yard gain. Karwotsky's thrown it a little more than he has, and he's thrown it earlier. And again, McClusek, since McClusek has been back from his concussion, he hasn't been quite as involved as he'd probably like to be.
I think they're trying to get the football in his hands. This is P.J. Savini with the ball. No, correction, it's Karwotsky again. Fakes everybody into the secondary and all the way down to the Colonial 48-yard line. That's what we said. Karwotsky, every once in a while, will break that. We saw that last week against Thomas Jefferson as well.
Well, the feed to Savini or the sweep isn't effective if Karwotsky doesn't run it sometime.
Right. All right, 1st and 10 from the Colonial 48. Man in motion to the near side. Savini has it this time. And Savini is going to be stacked up and pushed back. Duncan Johnson on the stop.
Looks like a 3-yard pickup. Karwotsky's 24-yard run is the longest play of the game so far with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
2nd down and 7, or 2nd down and 3 rather. No, I'm sorry, 7. I'll learn to add, don't worry. Karwotsky keeps it again, turns upfield, gets maybe a yard, maybe 2. Moody makes the stop now, 3rd and 5 for the Colonials. Chad Petrish in the backfield there, Rick. McClusack to the near side. Dukeman to the far side. Petrish has it. And Petrish is going to be hit short of the first down at the 40-yard line. Brought down by number 76, Corey Dodson. 6'2", 270.
He picked up those 3 yards on his own. He was met at the line of scrimmage and spun and kept his feet going.
4th and 2. Mustang's going to go for it. Mickens in motion, now goes back the same way. Karwotsky steps back and changes the play. Receiver to each boundary. Karwotsky will throw. Wide open is Dukeman. Dukeman has the first down at the 30-yard line. Willie Hines made the stop, and it's a good thing he made that open field tackle, because if Dukeman gets around him, it's 6 for the Mustangs.
Well, that was a well-schemed play there. That's Dukeman's second catch for 19 yards. 20 yards, I'm sorry.
All right, Mickens fakes in motion. This is Fike coming around the corner. Ryan has huge running room. Down to the 20-yard line and inside the 20 to the 18. Brought down by a couple of folks there. They give it to Fike out of the motion. Pickup of how many there, Rick?
I'm sorry?
How many was the pickup on that play?
8.
All right. 1st and 10. Leclusac, the boundary man. Fike in motion again. This is going to be Chad Petrish with the football. Petrish is inside the 20, down to the 14-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Hunter Mazeko makes the stop.
Seems like when they get down in the red zone and they want to hand the ball off to somebody, Petrish is the bull that they want to go through that line.
Petrish has it again, and no, they're going to pitch it out. I was completely fooled on that play, and it was Ryan Fike that got out to the right side.
It's close to the first down, isn't he?
3rd down and 2. Karwotsky doing a nice job of hiding the football in his handoffs right now. And this time we give it to Petrish up the top. And he's just pushing the pile back, kept moving his legs and moving his legs.
It's a first down now.
And Chad's got a first down for Laurel Highlands inside the 10.
It was a 10-yard pickup for Petrish.
Yeah, they're gonna mark it at the 4-yard line, it looks like. So
probably be the last play of the quarter.
52 seconds on a turning first quarter clock. We are scoreless, but the Mustangs trying to do something about that. Drew Slots man. Motion man is McClusack to the near side. Karwotsky will keep it. Turns the corner. Takes a pretty good shot.
He's got to be close.
Now we've got some extracurricular activity. Took a pretty nice shot from Corey Dodson. I thought it was a legal shot. Just really hard. But somebody took a little bit of exception to that.
Clock still running. 19 seconds.
All right. From the 1-yard line, the handoff is going to be to Petrish, and he's in for the Laurel Highlands touchdown. So Petrish puts us in, and the Mustangs break the seal on the game with 8.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. So Chad Petrish. Now Cameron Leza at the post to the right. Ball is down. Leza boots it up, and it is through and good. So they'll come off the field with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Mustangs lead at 7-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Uniontown Chiropractic Center is proud to help sponsor the Laurel Highlands athletic teams and its staff. The center is celebrating its 30th year anniversary under the direction of Dr. Garrett Breakiron. staff is comprised of Dr. Kurt Sturdivant, Dr. Gregory Hogan, and 7 chiropractic assistants. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center offers in-house x-ray, multiple therapy procedures, and massage, as well as a 4,000 square foot exercise rehabilitation area. The center not only treats spinal conditions, but performs therapy and exercise rehabilitation for post-surgical hip, knee, and shoulder conditions. Appointments can be made by calling 724-437-1910, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturday 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Dr. Breakiron and his staff would like to recognize the outstanding work that John Kazer has provided for the past 25 years as the voice of the Mustangs.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
We are back at Albert Gallatin, 8 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Mustangs on an impressive drive, 80 yards on that drive.
And Laurel Highlands has run considerably more plays. I'd have to count them up. AG's run 2, 4, 6 plays so far this game.
So Cameron Leza.
Although AG moved the ball, a lot of that was the beneficiary of penalties.
Cameron Leza ready to boot it. Leza high and end over end will drive him back to the 10-yard line, going to the far side, eluding a tackle. Jake Dukeman's going to try to wrap him up, and Dukeman's got him at the 35-yard line. What an impressive run there by Javon Davis.
Yeah, that run pumped up the AG team a little bit, and they could use it right now. Laurel Highlands has been sort of wearing them down in the first quarter.
Kind of important to see
that's
how
the end
they
of the
answer.
first quarter.
And that's it. We're done with one quarter in tonight's book. So far, we like the way the story is going because our Mustangs are up 7-0. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network. They have been serving the area with quality work and integrity for more than than 40 years, and they would like to again thank their past customers and look forward to serving new customers as well. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, works with all insurance companies and provides assistance with car rental arrangements that coordinate with the auto repair work. The rental company will meet with you at our facility to accommodate your rental needs. As a member of the DuPont Assurance of Quality program, our refinishes are guaranteed and all repairs have a lifetime warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, clearly recognizes and understands the current and ever-changing atmosphere that exists in today's collision repair and insurance industries. So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351. We care about the environment. We've always been an eco-friendly facility, and we are currently going through the process of being recognized by the U.S. EPA's Design for the Environment program.
For all of your auto body needs, come to Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, because there is a difference.
So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351.
We're going to go with the second quarter here. Laurel Highlands up 7-0. Albert Gallatin will put the ball in play, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Little instruction there by the referee to Llewellyn.
Dominic Llewellyn. Single setback is Trayvon Oliver. Oliver has the ball, picking his way along the line of scrimmage. Coming up to make a nice stop on the play was Sean Richter. Had some help also on the play from Ryan Richter. So again, no huddle offense, give him 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the top boundary. They're going from the shotgun for Llewellyn. Now he changes the play. Got Oliver as a bodyguard. Seems to be some confusion. Don't know if that's actual confusion or if they planned that. Oliver has the football. Huge running room. Breaks the tackle at the 50 and down to the 48-yard line of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Finally brought down on the play for Laurel Highlands by Brandon Shurey.
There was a nice hole in the line for Oliver.
All right. Motion man near side to far side. Oliver has it again. Oliver's taking a pile of players with him down to the 42-yard line. Looks like a rugby scrum there. Of the 11 players on the field for Laurel Highlands, 10 of them were involved in that tackle. It'd be much easier to tell you who wasn't involved in that tackle than who was.
Oliver's not tall, but he's 2 1/4. And when he lowers his head, he's got a lot of power.
He does. All right, Llewellyn going to go from the shotgun now. Quick out. It's going to be completed over there to Trey Kirby, and Kirby is going to be met by a host of Colonials.
Ty Mickens was not fooled on that bubble screen at all. That's a loss of one. Personally.
So that'll make it third down now and 4. Kirby will stay to the near boundary. There'll be 2 men to the top boundary. Motion man to the near side. Now that same guy will come near side to far side. Oliver has the ball, and he is in the arms of a couple of Laurel Highlands defenders. Brandon Shuri was the first one to get there. Chad Petrish came in.
Kuznar wrapped him up right at the line.
But he's one of those running backs that one person isn't going to bring down. All right, Albert Gallatin going to go for it now, trailing by 7 with 9:21 to go.
Seems like
in the
pretty
first
much.
half.
Seems like pretty much the whole field's 4-down territory.
2 receivers to each side. Llewellyn will throw. Takes some time. He's going long. Home run ball, and wide open is Trey Kirby, but the pass is too long. Ty Mickens had the coverage, so the ball will go over on downs to Laurel Highlands.
That was a tough pass. Llewellyn has the arm, which is pretty good as a freshman. He threw it 40 yards in the air, but that's a tough pass that, Ben Roethlisberger could make.
Yeah.
Landry Jones made that a couple passes last week, but that's a real touch pass for a high school freshman.
It's a hard play, and you think you have to have that touch. You got to throw it high enough to let him run under it.
How much confidence does Coach Leota have to give that to a freshman and let him try that?
Obviously
pass?
A lot, but Coach is building for the future, so make him make the throws. All right, Karwatsky pitch to the near side, and turning up and finding good running room for Laurel Highlands
is another horse collar.
Is Malik Ramsey. There's a flag on the field, and it's definitely going to be another horse collar. But it's kind of hard to. No, it's going to be a hold against Laurel Highlands.
Didn't expect that. You folks at home, rewind that, and you can.
Yeah, take a look at it. Want to look in the center. What you want to see is where that hand for that tackler was. If it's on the back of the jersey, it's okay. If it's inside with the shoulder pads, then that's a horse collar. That's how you tell the difference. Jerry Dupay tells us it's all jersey, and Jerry had the best look of anybody with the lens. So that'll make it now first down and 13, and
timeout Laurel Highlands.
Now Laurel Highlands will step out to talk about it. 8:53 to go in the second quarter. We'll step out as well. Mustangs lead at 7-0. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice. Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Welcome back to York Run. Albert Gallatin and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry DePay with you. The penalty will take the Mustangs back to their own 35-yard line, make it 1st and 18. And Karwatsky going long and incomplete. He was looking for over the middle there Malik Ramsey, and Ramsey was open, but just a little bit too long for Malik. I think Will got a little excited there.
Threw it a little low. If he'd have thrown it a little higher, Ramsey could have run under it, because Ramsey's got some speed. He was behind that safety.
All right, 2nd down and 18 now. Dukeman to the near side, McClusick to the far side. Savini is back in at running back. Karwatsky going to throw again over the middle, and it's complete. McClusick will get it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Nice open field tackle.
Yeah. That was Willie Himes.
McClusack tried to spin. It's a pretty good spin move, but didn't get away. You don't see that in high school, those good open field tackles.
3rd down and 12 now for the Mustangs. Dukeman will come to the near side. McClusick to the far side. Karwatsky will throw. It's a screen pass. Petrish has it. Petrish cups upfield. He's going to have the 1st down. He's got a lot of escorts, and Chad Petrish is going to turn it on. 20, and finally a run out of bounds at the 5-yard line. He had a nice little police escort all the way down.
54-yard pass.
I think that's the first time we've seen them throw a screen pass all year, isn't it, Rick? I don't recall any other ones.
Not many. They use the slant a lot. It looks like they're running back.
It's coming back. What do we got? There's a flag on the far side.
Oh, no.
We are holding against Laurel Highlands. Ouch. Wow. Thanks, Brian, and a belated happy birthday to you. We are in the 2nd quarter, 8 minutes and 2 seconds to go, and the Mustangs scored first. They lead at 7-0. Chad Petrish took it in on a 1-yard run with just 8 seconds to go in the first period, capping off a wonderful 20-yard or an 80-yard drive for Laurel Highlands to put them up in the lead. And first time that Laurel Highlands has had the lead in a game in several weeks. They've got the ball now 3rd and 13 on their own 39-yard line. Will Karwatsky is back to pass, looking long, and he has Malik Ramsey out there, but the pass is just too long and incomplete. So that'll bring up a 4th down and most likely a punting situation for the Mustangs. We'll send it back to Brian and Sue.
Ball still places the 39-yard line.
We sure are. Jake Zugman is in the kick. And it will take an Albert Gallatin bounce, and McClusick will put it away at the 29-yard line. So that's where Albert Gallatin will put it in play.
That's the 4th punter that Laurel Highlands has used this year.
Yes, it is.
Dugman, being a junior, is auditioning for next year.
Absolutely. All right, I'm not really sure what to call that formation. the power W or something? I'm not really sure. All right, we've got a pitch coming to the near side, and that looks like it's going to be Javon Davis with the ball.
Brought down by Mickens and Dugman.
That's going to be a 3-yard gain. So make it 2nd down and 7.
Well, the momentum so far this game has been with Laurel Highlands, although Albert Gallatin has been able to move the ball some.
Motion man near side to far side. Give us to the second back through, fighting and keeping his legs going. And that's
Davis
Javon
again.
So Davis has the first down. Boy, when he gets his legs moving, it's really tough to bring him down.
They have an interesting trio of running backs.
All right, they'll go from the I formation now. The running play this time is going to be given to Javon Davis, and Davis has about 5 yards out to the 47-yard line. Hunter Scott makes the stop.
3 interesting running backs is something, problem every coach would like to have.
And we got a little bit of an injury there as he got up. Javon Davis was kind of grabbing at his thigh, trying to maybe stretch it out. Don't know if he extended it or what.
Every player at this time of the year is dinged up.
This is Trevon Oliver with the football. Christopher made the stop for no gain. So Laurel Highlands looks like it's getting some good penetration there.
Oliver, that's his 8th carry for 44 yards. Himes had 2 carries for 3 yards. And Davis has 4 carries for 22 yards.
All right, they're going to go from the gun. Receivers to either side. Man coming to the near side. Fakes the inside handoff. We've got a screen pass that's going to be complete. Out in the flat and knocked out of bounds is Javon Davis at the 38-yard line. And Albert Gallatin folks want a flag for a late hit.
I'm not sure that was a late hit. They both got spun around a little bit.
The referees didn't feel it was a good hit, and you know what? They get the only votes right now.
Looked like a little do-si-do out there on the
All right, this handoff this time is given to Trevon Oliver. And Oliver has some good running room down to about the 38-yard line of Laurel Highlands.
It's Oliver up the middle that's allowing those plays like that screen pass to Davis.
All right, they're going to give it to him again. This time he's got about 2 yards on the play. That's before Brandon Shurey gets a hand on him along with Cody Christopher. Third down and 2 for Albert Gallatin from the Laurel Highlands 33. Motion man near side to far side. Of course, they give it to Oliver. Oliver's very close to the first down.
Depends on which foot they spot it with.
Chad Petrush was there. Looks like Ryan Richter was there. Sean Richter, I'm sorry. And they're going to say he's short, so it's going to be 4th and 2. Colonial's going to go for it again. Not even close enough to measure. Llewellyn sets them. He's got 2 men to the near side, 2 to the far side. Llewellyn will keep it himself. Not really sure where he's going to go. He needs to get to the 30. If he gets the spot, he's got it. It all depends on whether it's a right foot or a left foot spot.
Well, that surge, his third surge into the line there, his line pushed, and it was that third surge that got the first down. That was 1 yard.
And he picks up the first down. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first half. Albert Gallatin on the move. Llewellyn will rearrange his team now out of the I formation. Got Oliver up front. The pitch is going to come to the near side. That is Davis. And Davis is going to be brought down by Brandon Shurey and also Chad Petrush.
Problem with that is 2 guys block the same man, block the corner, and that linebacker was able to penetrate from the inside and stop that run.
2nd down and 7. Llewellyn gives it to Davis again. Davis is going to get down to about the 25-yard line where Sean Richter made a nice stop. Why do I keep calling him Sean Richter? It's Ryan Richter. Third and 5 for Albert Gallatin. Motion man near side to far side, and Laurel Highlands jumps again.
Hunter Scott couldn't help himself. He thought he was going to get a jump on the offensive line, and
.256 to go.
And that gives them a first down as they move the sticks.
All right, they'll break the huddle now. Oliver, the lone setback, motion man, near side to far side. He'll go into the slot. That's Trey Kirby. Oliver's got the ball. Oliver's got good running room off the right side. And finally brought down by Cody Christopher.
9-yard pickup.
2nd and 1 for Albert Gallatin. Clock rolling, 2:25 to go in the first half. Oliver again. And Oliver gets stacked up. Let's see where they mark
Looks
it.
like a first down.
Looks like he's going to get the first down.
It's at about the 6. Vince, if you could get 60 yards on 10 carries from your running back,
I'll take it.
I'm not sure you'd drop another play in the red zone.
No, I don't think so. Motion man near side to far side. They give it to him this time. And making the turn and heading toward the end zone, but he's going to run out of real estate. That was Mosey. And I'm sorry, I got to say it. Mosey was not able to mosey into the end zone. I just had to say it. I apologize right up front. It was just sitting there waiting for me to tee it up. I had to do it. 1:42 to go. Oliver has it this time, fights his way down, and he's going to be down at the 2-yard line.
Great.
Down in the arms of Christopher and Petrush again.
Great push by the Laurel Highlands defensive line. The Colonials have been able to drive down the field 2 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards, 6 yards at a time, and they're really making a stand here on the goal line.
That defense is digging in. We got 3rd down and goal from the 2. When the snap occurs, we will have 1 minute to play in the second period. Llewellyn to Oliver. Oliver stacked up again. Wow. what a nice penetration there by the defensive line for Laurel Highlands.
The referees took a long time to blow that whistle, blow that play dead when he was obviously stood up and not
Sean Richter
going
making
anywhere.
the stop. 4th down. 4th and 1.
There's no play clock here, so we can't really tell.
Just wondering whether or not they're going to just let it run down so that this play ends the half no matter what.
That's exactly what they did.
Yep. They're going to call a timeout. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised that they called it with that much time left, although that might have been what was on the play clock.
Yeah, I think so. I think they consulted with the back judge.
Here's how we can do this. Here's how we'll be able to tell this without the play clock. If you watch the back judge, who's keeping the play clock time, he'll put his hand up with 5 seconds left. So when you see that hand go up, you know there's 5 seconds left.
I was looking for the play clock too, but I wasn't watching the back judge.
Well, that's how you do it. Have to do it now.
I know. I knew that before, but I'm spoiled now with the play clocks in most of the stadiums.
You just forget about it. All right. Wonder if they'll look at that Wildcat again. They showed it, but didn't run it.
4th and 1. You got one shot at it.
I know. If it's me, I'm gonna go Oliver up the middle.
I wouldn't go anything else right now.
I'm gonna dance with who brought me.
66 yards and 14 carries.
All right, Laurel Highlands trying to make one more big stand. Llewellyn sets his team. They're spread, motion man near side to far side. Long count for Llewellyn. Gives it to Oliver. He is stacked up again. Breaks away and is going to be brought down by Ryan Fike at the 5-yard line. And what a stand by the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
First shot by Sean Richter, number 6, right at the knees, stood him up, and then the rest of his team came in.
Ryan Fike doing a nice job, wrapped his arms around him once his momentum was stopped by Richter and was able to bring him down. So 6.9 seconds to go in the first half, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're going to come out and kneel.
I would think so, but he spent an awful lot of time telling them that over on the sideline.
I think he was telling them not to use the fumble word. And that's exactly what they'll do. They're in the victory formation. He will take a knee, and we will go to halftime. So, after the first 2 periods of play, things looking pretty good for the Mustangs. They're up 7-0 over the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Ricky and I will be back to recap the first half. We'll do that on the other side of this break. You're watching Mustang football on the Laurel Highlands, on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network. They have been serving the area with quality work and integrity for more than 40 years, and they would like to again thank their past customers and look forward to serving new customers as well. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, works with all insurance companies and provides assistance with car rental arrangements that coordinate with the auto repair work. The rental company will meet with you at our facility to accommodate your rental needs. As a member of the DuPont Assurance of Quality program, our refinishes are guaranteed and all repairs have a lifetime warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, clearly recognizes and understands the current and ever-changing atmosphere that exists in today's collision repair and insurance industries. So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351. We care about the environment. We've always been an eco-friendly facility, and we are currently going through the process of being recognized by the U.S. EPA's Design for the Environment program.
For all of your auto body needs, come to Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, because there is a difference.
So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351.
Welcome back to York Run, Albert Gallatin, on the campus of Albert Gallatin. The Colonials and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs hooked up in the final game of the 2016 regular season. Want to special welcome to all of you listening on WMBS, joining us for this halftime wrap-up. It's been a pretty interesting game, a pretty evenly played game. Laurel Highlands with the only score.
Yeah, but the first quarter, the momentum was strongly with the Mustangs. In the second half, the Colonials drove the ball a lot, going all the way down to the goal line where Laurel Highlands stopped them right at the half.
It was I thought, a key momentum change, but I think also a little bit, I don't want to say it was a surprise. Well, it was. I'll just lay it out there. The way that Albert Gallatin had gotten the ball down to the 10, it didn't look like Laurel Highlands was ever going to stop them. Then all of a sudden, they just stood tall and made 4 incredible plays, 2 of them for no gain.
Yeah, and their strong running back, Oliver, had been running straight down the field 2 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards until they got to the 10.
And then all of a sudden, it was like they ran into a wall. Well, the only score of the game took place late in the first quarter, with the Mustangs putting together an impressive 80-yard drive. That was the drive that Karwatsky had the, 40-some-yard run, 30-some-yard run?
Yeah, a 30-yard run.
He on a 30-yard run to set that up. Chad Petrish goes over from 1 yard out to put them on the board. Cameron Lee's his extra point, makes it 7-0. That was with 8 seconds to go in the first period. That was the only scoring that we would have in the first half. And 2 turnovers, 1 for each team. 1 fumble loss on each side. So, and it didn't look real well because the fumble that for Laurel Highlands started, it was on their first possession after they had driven down deep into Albert Gallatin territory. You kind of thought, oh, here we go again, but that hasn't been the case.
No, what's another thing that's surprising, that by the 8th, 9th game of the year, since there were so many penalties, it was really disappointing to see the number of defensive offsides and holding. You know, there was a lot of dead ball penalties. As far as the stats go, AG had 9 yards passing, 96 on the ground for 105. And what stands out there is they ran 26 plays, 15 of them were to Oliver. And
wouldn't you?
Laurel Highlands had 39 yards in the air and 94 yards on the ground for 143 yards.
So pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
But if you have a player like Oliver, you want to get him the ball, get the ball in his hands as much as possible, and I think that's Albert Gallatin's MO. But the thing I was surprised about is both teams going no huddle.
Going no huddle, and they're both read option teams, so they both know how to play each other. They see it every day in practice.
Was trying to see what it was that Coach Villado was saying he had in mind for this run option, but I haven't seen anything terribly different or obvious. Have you?
No, although, like we said, that Laurel Highlands in the second quarter, the momentum slowed down a lot, so maybe they picked something up.
And now this is where the coaches get paid to make the adjustments at halftime. And the Colonials won the toss, and they have elected to defer, so they'll get the ball to start the half. And should be an exciting second half. It's only a 7-point game. Albert Gallatin trying to get their second win of the season. Laurel Highlands trying to stay off of the goose egg. So we'll be bringing you some periodic updates again throughout the night. But we are just concluding halftime here in York Run, and the score is Laurel Highlands 7 and Albert Gallatin nothing. We're going to send it back to the studio. On the other side of that, Brian and Soup have the second half.
You don't have to travel to Pittsburgh to get good representation. We've been doing it since 1976. We've been successful. We can help you right here at home.
We know the nuances of the legal system in Uniontown and Fayette County. We know the nuances of the legal system in Waynesburg and in Washington.
We know the system. We know where the courthouse is, and we know where to park. And at our office, you can park for free.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar. Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
All right, welcome back to York Run. Those of you joining us on the South Union Township Sports Network, we're ready for the second half kickoff. Cameron Leza to kick off for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Deep to receive for the Albert Gallatin Colonials is Trevon Davis. And we want to welcome everybody who's joining us for some bonus coverage, Davis & Davis bonus coverage of Laurel Highlands and Albert Gallatin. We are just underway in the second half. This is Javon Davis bringing the ball to the near side, being pursued by a pair of Laurel Highlands players and run out of bounds by Ryan Fike and Connor Basinger. So they'll put the ball in play at their own 25-yard line. Laurel Highlands leading 7-0 on the strength of a 1-yard Chad Petrus run. With 8 seconds to go in the first period, there was no scoring in the second period.
Momentum was mostly Albert Gallatin in the second half. They ran Oliver about 10 times in that second quarter. Let's see what they do now.
They start off where they ended up. Oliver with some good running room out to the 30-yard line before he runs into Ryan Fike. But it should be good enough. Looks like it's going to be a yard shy of a first down.
It gives Oliver 73 yards on 15 carries.
He's an impressive runner. Motion man near side to far side. Oliver's got it again. Oliver doesn't have as much success this time. Closing in on him was the left side of the line there. That would be Hunter Scott.
You'd wonder if they're using Oliver. Of course, they ran him a lot, but using him to run him for a while to set something else up.
Llewellyn is going to throw. He's got a guest in the backfield. That man was Ryan Richter, forced him to get rid of the ball a lot sooner than he wanted to, but that play was doomed anyway because had he completed that pass, there were about 4 white jerseys there around the receiver.
Another thing about the first half that our listeners didn't get to hear is AG from the 50 and in early in the game. The whole field for them is a fourth down territory.
Right,
they went for every fourth down that they had. I think they did that.
Except for one, just one. And they looked like they were going to go for it and call timeout. Banana bunch to the near side, man to the far side.
On the ground.
And Llewellyn has trouble with the snap, and he falls down. That will kill the play immediately and bring up a fourth down. And it appears that Albert Gallatin will have to punt.
Yeah, Coach Leota is not bashful about that fourth down. It looked like they were going to go to the Wildcat and the one you were talking about. But there's no doubt here that they're going to punt.
Honor Guthrie in to kick, one man back for Laurel Highlands, and that is Nick Heilman. Not seen Nick return a kick so far this year. He's standing at his own 49-yard line. They tried to get it. Heilman will call for the fair catch. He drops the ball. It's a bug on the rug again, and it looks like it's going to be recovered there by Albert Gallatin. Coming up with the football was Dustin Colbank. So, ouch.
He didn't run quite far enough up to that ball,
right,
Vince, and it glanced off his fingertips and went right over, just bounced right to the AG player.
All right, AG with some new life now. Motion man to the near side. This is Oliver with good running room. Oliver has about 6 yards across the 50 and down to the 46-yard line, where Hunter Scott was there, had some help by Cody Christopher.
AG coming off that 26-point win last week versus Uniontown. So this that turnover gives them some momentum right now.
All right, they'll go in motion. Scott, huge running room again off the right side. Chad Petrish is trying to bring him down. He gets down to the 40-yard line. Ryan Fike finally brought him down. Chad Petrish was hanging on for dear life for about 5 yards. And we've got a flag on the play, and I think it's going to be against Albert Gallatin.
This drive, that seems to be the only way to stop them is themselves.
It was an illegal shift. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. We'll back the ball back up into Albert Gallatin territory. And make it a 2nd down and 10 from the Colonials' 47-yard line. Actually make it 2nd down and 12.
Dead ball foul, no gain.
Oliver again, this time he is wrapped up. Hitting him right at the point of attack was Brandon Shurey. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. Shurey hit him first. Petrish put him away. 3rd down now and 10 for the Colonials. 9:23 to go on a turning third quarter clock. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, Jerry Dupay with you here from York Run. Davis and Davis bonus coverage of the Mustangs. Condor Llewellyn wants to throw. We have a whistle before anything happens.
Another dead ball foul.
And we have a dead ball foul, and I don't know if Laurel Highlands jumped the gun.
Looks like
they were coming with a corner fire.
Looks like a little extracurricular activity in the AG backfield.
Yeah, this
spirits are high.
Ryan Richter was having some discussions with some folks about where they were going to go for dinner after the game. And the penalty will be against Albert Gallatin. They'll mark off 5 yards there. So one of the linemen flinched. They were coming with a corner fire. Ryan Richter had a good jump on the snap, and I think that's what caused one of the linemen to move. So now 3rd down and long. Well, we'll throw. It's a screen pass. It's complete over the top. This is Oliver with the ball. Oliver's got good running room. Cuts it back upfield. Flag goes down. It's going to be face mask. And Oliver is finally down in the arms of Ian Edenfield.
Somebody got an inadvertent couple of fingers into the face mask of Oliver. They were reaching. It wasn't even like they had a shot at him. And as he ran
almost
by,
like a desperate grab.
I don't even know if it was a grab. I think he was just
got caught.
Yeah, the fingers got caught in the face mask. That's what I would say.
Now, I didn't see. Did he give a personal foul? No, it was an inadvertent penalty, which up until 3 years ago, there was no such thing.
Yeah, because he came down at the 25.
In high school, it was only 15 no matter what. They made that change. Trying to get to the outside and not getting there
Another flag.
And now we've got a late hit flag.
Coach just pleading with the referee on the other sideline.
That very rarely gets anywhere. He's setting him up for the next call, I would imagine. The consensus seems to be a late hit.
We were kind of screened out by the AG bench.
Personal foul it is against the... It is against the Mustangs. Personal foul, late hit. Jerry Dupay tells us that he saw through the lens that two guys piled on. So that penalty will move the football down to the 11-yard line, make it first down and 1. That makes no sense. Oliver's got the football, and Oliver's down to about the 6-yard line. Making a nice stop there on the play was Ian Edenfield.
You know, we talked about this in the first half, Vince. The fine job that Dominic Llewellyn has done as a freshman. He does not look like a freshman. He's really executed well. He's gone to some hard counts and drawn the Mustangs off sides and really taken control of this offense.
Mass exodus of players as they motion in every direction. Llewellyn now steps under center and gives the ball to the man coming to the near side. That is Mosey, and a flag is down, and Mosey is down.
Looks like another face mask.
And it looks like it's going to be a face mask against Laurel Highlands. So Mustang defense kind of self-destructing here. 2 face masks and a personal foul on this drive.
Until that screen pass, it looked like Laurel Highlands had the momentum. That screen pass and then a series of penalties. I think this is about 4 in a row, 4 out of 5 plays.
So that penalty will move the football half the distance to the goal line.
From the 6 to the 3.
Looks like it's going to be on the 3 is where they're going to mark it.
Ty Mickens went to wrap him up and somehow got his hand inside the helmet.
All right. Oliver, the lone setback. He's got the football, and Laurel Highlands has him.
And
the ball's on the rug. We have a bug on the rug, and it's going to be recovered by Laurel Highlands.
Ryan Fike has the
ball. The question was, did they call it dead? They did. The whistle blew it dead.
Close.
Let's go to the video monitor.
The South Union Township. Look for this on the
Here's
YouTube,
the telestrator right here.
The South Union Township channel, and replay this. You guys can do it over and over again on the DVR.
All right, Llewellyn sets them now. Receiver to either boundary. Man to the near side. Oliver's got the football, and Oliver runs into the front line. There's still some struggling there.
Everybody's diving at the ball, but he is not in.
Matter of fact, he was on at the ground. They called him down by stalemate. Cody Christopher looked like he was there.
This is where Laurel Highlands defense has really shined deep in the red zone.
Absolutely. All right, from the gun with 2 bodyguards. Now, everybody shifts to the right.
It's an 8-person shift.
And Llewellyn comes under center, brings in motion man near side to far side. That guy gets the ball, and he is in for an Albert Gallatin touchdown. Trevion Mosey. So Albert Gallatin gets on the board. 6:21 to go in the game. And so pending the point after touchdown, Rick, we could have a tie game. Albert Gallatin looks like they're going to go for 2.
Oliver has 93 yards on 23 carries, Vince.
All right, they're going to go for 2.
Play for the win at home, I guess.
Llewellyn in the gun. It's a little flea flicker. Sidestepping a player, and Mosey's going to get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
There's a flag. Wait a minute. There's another
flag. There's a flag down on the field. That's usually in the area where you might see hold.
Hold on a minute. Mosey made a lot of great moves, shifty moves, jump steps to get into the end zone.
They're talking to Laurel Highlands. It's going to be holding against Albert Gallatin. That changes things significantly.
The crowd does not like it. It's senior night. It's a packed house.
That was a big play. So that changes things significantly.
Comes out 10 yards.
Albert Gallatin typically during the season has not kicked their extra points. So we've got a timeout on the field, 6:21 to go. A big conversion coming up. Right now, the Mustangs lead the Colonials 7-6. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network, and you're listening to Davis Monix coverage on WMBS.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Welcome back to York Run. Albert Gallatin is on the board. And are going to go for two, but the penalty will back them up. Outside the 10-yard line, so Llewellyn from the gun wants to throw. Four men in the pattern. Going into the corner deep, and it is going to be hauled in and good. At the far side pylon. Looks like Mosey got it. So the Colonials will take the lead 8-7 with 6:21 to go in the third period. We'll be back. You're watching Laurel Highlands Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back to York Run. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry DuPay with you. And all of a sudden, Rick, this game has a different look to it.
What a great pass by Llewellyn. That was that drop pass that I said that comes from experience, and he really laid it in there nice for Oliver. That was very impressive. It would have been impressive for a senior. I hate to say it like that, but...
No, it was pretty impressive. Things looked a little more positive for the Mustangs after that holding penalty, but it didn't seem to hurt Albert Gallatin as they convert anyway. All right, this is McClusack with the ball. Does a little dipsy doodle move across the 40 into the 41-yard line. And we've got an Albert Gallatin player struggling on the ground trying to get up.
Oh, we got the wind knocked out of him.
And he's
hobbling a little bit.
Vince, that could be significant. That's Trey Kirby.
It's hard to tell how good these two teams are, truthfully, from watching this 2.5 quarters, because there have been so many penalties.
Yeah.
It's really a shame that this is, I'm going to say marred the game. It's really It's hard to tell how good they are.
And then Laurel Highlands finally, that fumble bug finally bites them as Albert Gallatin is able to convert on that fumble. All right, Will Karwatsky trying to answer now. Dukeman to the near side. Mickens in motion. Inside handoff to Richter. Or rather, Fike. Fike makes it across the 42 and out to the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on the play. They'll actually give him 4. Nose of the football will be spotted at the 44-yard line. Make it 2nd down and 6.
Really not a chance for Laurel Highlands to do anything in the second half. The leading gainer for the Mustangs is Petrich with 30 yards on the ground.
All right, that's going to be 2 men in motion. Flags are down. This play isn't going to mean anything. You know it's 2 men in motion because they almost ran into each other.
It's a bad look. It's hard to hide that.
So little bit of miscommunication there.
My gosh, you'd think that
this was like week 1.
You'd think that Coach just wouldn't have any hair left.
I don't know that he does, except for his beard, because he always had that ball hat on.
And illegal motion called against the Mustangs.
All right,
it's about our 4th or 5th illegal motion penalty on both teams tonight. That's amazing.
2nd down at 12. They'll mark the football at the Laurel Highlands 39. Karwatsky from the pistol. Fakes it to Savini. Now he's going to pitch it. This is Fike. Fike has some good running room, and Fike is across the 50 into the 49-yard line, where he's finally right out of bounds on that far side by Ron Harwood.
12-yard pickup. And another thing we noticed with this good weather and better execution, truthfully, by Laurel Highlands is better pitches than they have.
All right, this is Savini. Savini's got the first down and more. 40-yard line, and he was 1 step away from going, but Colby Verano said, I don't think so, and brought him down. But it was a big first down for Laurel Highlands.
They haven't called Savini's number in a long time since the middle of the first quarter.
All right, they'll go from the I formation. Savini will dot the I. Now we've got a whistle. And it looks like it's going to be Laurel Highlands asking for timeout. I see Zach Just onto the field. And so we'll take a timeout as well. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. The score is Albert Gallatin 8, Laurel Highlands 7. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network. All right, back from the timeout. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands 1st and 10 from the Albert Gallatin 39-yard line. Connor Basinger is in at quarterback, and he gives the ball to Savini, and Savini is down to the inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. And not really sure. Will Kowalski's in. I mean, Kowalski's on the sideline. He doesn't appear to be injured.
Curious about that timeout, Vince. Yeah. It's hard to tell with the Mustangs driving why he would stop the clock
and then they change quarterbacks. Basinger keeps it and gets across the 35 and down to the 34, maybe the 33. Now Karwatsky will come out on 3rd down. Maybe just getting Will Karwatsky a little break. Maybe he took a hit on a tackle, needed to catch his breath. But Karwatsky is back in now on 3rd and 3 from the Albert Gallatin 33. Savini in the backfield. McClusack to the near boundary. Dukeman to the far boundary in a pair of wings. Now McClusack to the far side. Savini's got it off the left side. Savini has the first down and more.
Nice shifting moves by PJ.
PJ Savini all the way down to the Albert Gallatin 23-yard line. That's good enough for a Laurel Highlands first down.
Nice 10-yard pickup there. Very shifty. He really avoided a lot of tackles there.
Gave a little Arthur Murray dance step at the line of scrimmage, was able to bounce it out to the left and picked up some good yardage. All right.
Threw in a couple stiff arms.
All right, Dukeman's got the pass from Karwatsky at the 20, fighting his way down and is down to about the 17-yard line, brought down there in the arms of Elijah Farrow. Second down and 5. Laurel Highlands, Rick, tonight using that real quick out.
Well, that's one of their strengths, is that quick slant or the quick out or bubble screen or quick move.
Fike in motion. Karwatsky keeps it this time. Karwatsky down to about the 9-yard line. And we've got a Laurel Highlands player down. Going to get the field glasses on him. I can't tell who it is. And we're certainly not going to speculate right now. So we'll check the injury and we'll come right back. With 2:31 to go in the third quarter, it is Albert Gallatin 8, Laurel Highlands 7. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Uniontown Chiropractic Center is proud to help sponsor the Laurel Highlands athletic teams and its staff. The center is celebrating its 30th year anniversary under the direction of Dr. Garrett Breakiron. The staff is comprised of Dr. Kurt Sturdivant, Dr. Gregory Hogan, and 7 chiropractic assistants. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center offers in-house x-ray, multiple therapy procedures, and massage, as well as a 4,000 square foot exercise rehabilitation area. The center not only treats spinal conditions, but performs therapy and exercise rehabilitation for post-surgical hip, knee, and shoulder conditions. Appointments can be made by calling 724-437-1910, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturday 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Dr. Breakiron and his staff would like to recognize the outstanding work that John Kazer has provided for the past 25 years as the voice of the Mustangs.
All right, it was P.J. Savini that was helped off the field. Looked like an ankle injury. Miklusek in motion. Karwatsky will keep it, and Karwatsky will go nowhere.
May lose a couple there.
Leading the charge for Albert Gallatin was Braden Moody. Make it second down and 10 from the Albert Gallatin 10-yard line. Second down and goal. Actually, they have to score. They cannot pick up a first down. All right, Karwatsky barking out the signals. Gives the ball to Chad Petrus. Petrus has good running room and is down to the 4-yard line before he is finally wrestled down. 1:39 to go. Make it third down and 3.
We'll see how AG stands up on the goal line stand here. The difference is Laurel Highlands has a kicker. It's pretty accurate.
Petrus is in the backfield, and we've got a whistle and
one of the coaches dropped a ball on the field.
On the field. All right, we'll try that again. Miklusek to the top boundary. The wingman on the near side is Malik Ramsey. Karwatsky will throwing to the end zone, and the pass is broken up incomplete.
He had two guys down there, Petrish and Connor Basinger in the corner. No, Dukeman in the corner.
Looked like he was trying to go to Basinger.
That was Dukeman, I'm sorry.
Mosey broke it up. It'll be 4th down and 4, and out to try to give the Mustangs the lead again is Cameron Leza at the post to the right out of a Karwatsky hold. Now that's unusual because usually it's Connor Basinger that holds.
Leza is a very experienced kicker.
Yeah.
Very solid.
21-yard field goal at the post to the right. Karwatsky puts it down. Leza puts it up. It is through and good.
Wow,
so
we got a game.
The Mustangs take the lead again, 10-7, with 59.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be back. Mustangs have the lead on the South Union Township Sports Network. Is that what I said?
Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network. They have been serving the area with quality work and integrity for more than 40 years, and they would like to again thank their past customers and look forward to serving new customers as well. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, works with all insurance companies and provides assistance with car rental arrangements that coordinate with the auto repair work. The rental company will meet with you at our facility to accommodate your rental needs. As a member of the DuPont Assurance of Quality program, our refinishes are guaranteed and all repairs have a lifetime warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, clearly recognizes and understands the current and ever-changing atmosphere that exists in today's collision repair and insurance industries. So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351. We care about the environment. We've always been an eco-friendly facility, and we are currently going through the process of being recognized by the U.S. EPA's Design for the Environment program.
For all of your auto body needs, come to Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, because there is a difference.
So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351.
Welcome back to York Run, Albert Gallatin High School. Cameron Leza's field goal, 21 yards out, makes the score 10-8. Trevin Mosey trying to get to the outside, and Neggs makes another move. He's coming to the near side. A bunch of people are chasing him, and finally Shea Deso was in on the tackle. See who else was there as they unpile. McClusack was there and Chad Petrish. Zach just doesn't like something. I can see in the monitor he very animated with the official on that side. Asking maybe if it was a fumble.
We give AG credit on that goal line stand, Vince. They
sure
held
did.
it and forced Laurel Highlands to kick.
And so now it's Albert Gallatin's turn. Llewellyn. Guess who? Oliver. Into the line, maybe gets a yard. Cody Christopher on the stop. All right, second down now. We'll call it 8. Those are the football just shy of the 40-yard line of Albert Gallatin. Motion man near side to far side. Llewellyn wants to throw, going long, and finally the flag goes out. That was Patton Fabricki that was open, and the only thing that Connor Basie can do to keep from getting beaten was to grab a bunch of jersey and hang on.
I truthfully think, Llewellyn really threw that ball a long way. He chucked it. And I'm not sure that, who was the receiver on that? I'm not sure he could have gotten there.
Yeah.
I think he overthrew his receiver.
But at that time, I don't think that Basinger could realize that. And,
no.
And it's not as bad a gamble because in high school, it's not a spot foul. It's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So that's only the penalty is going to give them a first down, but it's only going to take the ball to the 45-yard line. And we've got a flag down again.
Himes on the run. About 8 yards. Looks like we have a Colonial down.
Yes, we do. All right, we'll check the injury and step right back. 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's the Mustangs 10, Albert Gallatin 8. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Here we go, Mustangs, here we go. 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 Who are you rooting for?
Back at Albert Gallatin was Colbank that was taken off the field, and then we have the illegal formation penalty, and that will allow time to expire. So, Rick, we've played 3 quarters. This game is anybody's right now. And we'll be back with the final chapter of tonight's mystery. We're going to find out if the Butler did it or not in 12 minutes. You're watching the Mustangs on the Laurel Highlands South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
All right, welcome back to York Run. Albert Gallatin with the ball, 1st and 15 from midfield. Oliver has it, and Oliver's not going to go a whole lot because he's going to be in the arms all the way down of Brandon Shurey. Give him 3 maybe. Make it second down. Give him 2. Make it second down 13. Ball's on the Laurel Highlands 48-yard line as we begin the final quarter. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry DuPay with you. Motion man to the near side. And it's going to be that man who's trying to dance around. Of course, that's Mosey. And Mosey gets to the outside and gets to about the 42-yard line. Mosey made more moves than Allied Van Lines there, Rick.
That was an amazing run. He was tackled back in the backfield, only nobody told Mosey.
Yeah.
And he scrambled and bobbed and weaved. Just kept backtracking until he ran 40 yards to gain 6.
Okay, make that now 3rd down and 5 from the 42-yard line. Motion man near side to far side. Now he'll reverse and come our way. Long count for Llewellyn. Now a motion man near side to far side. And Oliver and Llewellyn collide. And Oliver ended up with the football and on the ground for a loss of 5. Yeah. It's fourth. It's fourth and 9. They'll mark it officially as the nose of the football rests on the Laurel Highlands 44-yard line. All right, they're going to go for it. 3 receivers to the near boundary, 1 to the far boundary. Oliver will serve as the bodyguard for Dominic Llewellyn. On 4th and 9, Llewellyn wants to throw. 4 men in the pattern. Shotgun over the middle, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Looked like they were looking there for the tight end, Andy King. No, he's got a pretty good arm. You know, he's following a kid that had a pretty good arm here, Hunter Moody, too. So that doesn't bode well for people in the conference. Because there's an old coaching saying, Rick, that the best thing about freshmen is they become sophomores. All right, this is Chad Petrich off the right side. Petrich is stopped by a host of Albert Gallatin Colonials. Go ahead. Well, I think that Laurel Highlands has no choice with Savini being carried off, and I do not see him standing on the sideline. So he's probably behind the Laurel bench. All right, Mickens in motion to the near side, or rather, that's Mickens. I was right the first time, and Ty Mickens is going to be run out of bounds on the near side and knocked out of bounds by Colby Verano, and the mark is going to be a good one. So the Mustangs move the sticks. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. All right, Dukeman will go out to the far side. McClusek will go out there with him. Mickens in motion, and everybody from Albert Gallatin jumps. First time we've seen AG be that eager. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That's been highly unusual for this game. 1st down and 5 for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs at the Albert Gallatin 40, leading 10-8 with 8:14 to go on a turning 4th period clock. All right, flag is down as Fike takes the pitch. Fike has the 1st down, but we got to wait and see what the flag's all about. And as Han Solo used to say, I got a bad feeling about this. Let's see what the call is. Referee and the side judge are having a conversation. It was a legal shift.
Illegal shift called against the Mustangs.
5-yard penalty. That will bring up a 1st down and 10 now. So they kind of trade off penalties there.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs from the 45-yard line in the Colonial.
All right, Karwoski again from the pistol. They've done that most of the season to give him an opportunity to see the field. Karwoski will pitch it. This is Fike turning the corner, and Fike is going to be run out of bounds on the far side of the football field by Ron Harwood. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Mustangs. Trying to just make that clock run. All right. Petrich, the lone setback. 2 men in the wings. Karwatsky will throw. It's that little screen pass to McClusack. It's complete, but taken down almost the second that he caught the football was Mosey. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Laurel Highlands. 6:48 to go. All right, this is going to be that pitch to Fike. Fike has good running room, jumps over a person, gets to the outside, has the 1st down, and is going to finally be brought down inside the 25. Ben Coldis looked like he was there to make the stop. So give him a 1st down, no flags on the play. Hey, it's been their bread and butter. Yeah. We've got a whistle. Karwatsky had given the ball to Petrich. And we have a legal procedure against Laurel Highlands. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. March it off. Brian, you can send it to us. All right, shotgun formation. Fake to Petrich, slants the Dukeman, complete at the 20-yard line. Brought down on the play by Willie Himes. Nice little inside slant there. Karwatsky hit Dukeman right in the numbers for a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 from the Albert Gallatin 21-yard line. All right, receiver to either side for Karwatsky this time. Karwatsky keeps it himself, gets to the outside, has running room, and Will Karwatsky is in for a Laurel Highlands touchdown. He didn't fool me that time, Ricky. He had it all the way, but some good blocking by the Big Uglies up front. And Cameron leaves it now at the post to the right to try to tack on the conversion attempt. He'll come out of a Karwatsky hold. Karwatsky puts it down. Lisa boots it up. It is straight through and true and good. So with 5:16 to go in the football game, Laurel Highlands opens their lead. It is now 17-8 over Albert Gallatin. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
All right, Cameron Leza set to kick off. High and end over end. And we'll come down and take it as Mosey trying to get to the outside. Big hole up the middle. Big hole up the middle. And there he goes. Going to be run out of bounds by still on his feet. Looked like he was going to get knocked out of bounds, but he's got it all the way down to the 25-yard line. So that turns things around pretty quickly, Ricky. Yeah. They blew a hole right down the middle. He just went right down Main Street. Leza slowed him down just enough for the backside pursuit to get him. But Albert Gallatin's in business. First down and 10 at the Laurel Highlands 19. With 5:02 to go. Llewellyn wants to throw. Petrus chases him. The pass is complete over the middle. And going in for a Laurel Highlands, or rather for an Albert Gallatin touchdown, is Travian Mosey. So Albert Gallatin answers very quickly. So that's a 19-yard pass. They'll go from 2. Not really sure what's going there. I don't see any flags on the floor. That could be it. We were back on, so I don't know what they were waiting for. Who cares about national TV? South Union Township Sports Network is the only one that matters. All right. Llewellyn will go from the gun, has a man in motion. Face to that, it's a flea flicker. Scott's going after him. That's Mosey with the football, and Mosey is going to be put away. Cody Christopher was there to make the stop. There's an Albert Gallatin player down on the field. They tried a little flea flicker, and it just didn't work. Laurel Highlands was back there and forced Mosey to run around with it. So with 4:55 to go in the final period, the score is now Laurel Highlands 17, Albert Gallatin 14. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back to York Run, the campus of Albert Gallatin High School, where the Colonials have just scored to cut that lead to 17-14. Laurel Highlands with the football now. It's a long squib. It's a short squib kick, I should say, and it's going to be cradled by Laurel Highlands. And holding on for dear life to that football was Robbie Slater, and he wasn't going to let that ball go anywhere. He wouldn't even let the referee take it out of his hands. That's it. All right, Laurel Highlands will put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. And Ricky, when we get a second, it'll be time for the presentation of the coveted Golden Spoon Award, which we will give. We will decide which, aside from Laurel Highlands, which press box had the best food during the year. Fike has the turn. Fike has about 9 yards before he's finally brought down at the 47-yard line. Looked like it was Elijah Farrow that made the stop. 2nd down and 1. Yeah, we'll take it. The running has been pretty balanced tonight for Laurel Highlands. All right. Petrish. They faked the fetch, and Kowalski kept it, gets to midfield, and has the first down, and that's the most important thing because you want to keep that clock rolling. Clock stops while they measure. Yeah. Right. Changes the complexion of the game. All right, Karwatsky pitches. The bug's on the rug, but it's going to be recovered by Ryan Fike. So that will break it now. 2nd down and 18 from the Laurel Highlands 42-yard line. They need to get to the Albert Gallatin 40 for a first down. They've got 2 downs to do it. They'll break the huddle. Dukeman is going to go to the top boundary as the lone receiver. 2 tight ends set, 2 wingers. Karwatsky with Petrish. Karwatsky's going to throw, and the ball is deflected at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. And that ball hung up in the air a little bit, and Cole DuPont had an idea that he might get to the football, but he just couldn't get there. 3 minutes to go in the football game. All right, Dukeman to the far side. Luklusik to the near side. Karwatsky will throw again. They're setting up the bubble screen, and Petrish is hit the very second he catches the football. Braden Moody on the stop. Was like...
Timeout.
Looked like he... And so we've got a timeout on the field with 2:52 to go. We'll be back. It's Laurel Highlands 17, Albert Gallatin 14. Don't go anywhere, folks. The end is going to be spectacular. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
All right. 4th down now. Laurel Highlands will kick the football away. Trying to get the number of the receiver. That looks like Mosey back there. Dukeman kicks it, drives him back, and the ball takes it sideways, bounce, and will be down by Laurel Highlands at the 24-yard line, but he prevented Mosey from making another jaunt toward the end zone. So Albert Gallatin has 70 yards to go at 2:42.
Nice 36-yard punt, no return, no threat. Now AG's backs are up against the wall.
But this is again where you talked about, Ricky, Albert Gallatin's going to have to score a touchdown because they don't kick the ball. All right, Llewellyn rolling to the near side, throwing the ball, and he's got it complete on the near side. That's Trevon Mosey again. So Tavian Mosey with another catch.
10 yards on that pitch and catch. He actually had two receivers wide open there.
Dual receivers to each boundary now for Dominic Llewellyn. Wants to throw, and we've got whistles, and there's laundry on the field.
That's one thing that AG, both teams have gotten away with it, I'll say. It's a close game, but that's one thing AG can't afford now.
No.
They can't go backwards.
It's a dead ball penalty. It's going to be legal procedure.
The only good thing for AG, the clock is not their friend now, and the only good thing for AG is that there was no time taken off the clock.
And AG has one timeout left. All right, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far boundary. Oliver will also be under the pattern. They're going to try to throw the ball out to Oliver. He's got it, and it's going to be brought down to the 35-yard line. A nice play there by Sean Richter. Or Ryan Richter. Why do I keep calling him Sean Richter? My apologies there. So it's a first down.
15-yard pickup on that pass.
Llewellyn again from the gun. And we have a whistle, and we're going to have pass interference. It was definitely accidental pass interference, but pass interference nonetheless, as they were trying to go over the middle, looked like to Willie Himes. And he and Chad Petrish kind of got tangled up, and Petrish will get called for the pass interference. But now they're discussing it, Rick. Yeah, it will be pass interference against Laurel Highlands. Completely accidental. That's one of those times where you're like, oh man, what a tough break. Not like Connor Basinger, who basically hauled him down.
Hope nobody saw that. Did I do that?
Yeah, I did not. So 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. We'll put the ball at just across midfield, the nose of the ball resting on the Laurel Highlands 49-yard line. 1:47 to go in the football game. Albert Gallatin trails by 3. From the gun, Llewellyn again. 4 men in the pattern. And we're going to have pass interference again.
I don't think so.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
I think they were both running down the field.
No. No.
I have to tell you what.
They were trying to go to Mosey again, and Connor Basinger just threw him to the ground.
The crowd does not like it. Nobody's left yet. It's senior night, last game of the year.
You'll see it when you see it on the instant replay. Watch the bottom right half of your screen, and you'll see Connor just give him a nice little shove. Second down and 10. 1:42 to go from midfield. Llewellyn going to throw a home run ball. It's long and it's intercepted. Jake Dukeman has intercepted it. Had 3 men in the pattern in that area. Was just trying to throw it up and hope he could get somebody. But Dukeman was there with the interception.
Threw it up a little too high and a little too far.
Now, Albert Gallatin does have 1 timeout.
The crowd does not feel like the calls went their way there those last 2 plays.
I gotta tell you that pass interference that wasn't called was more of a pass interference than the one that was called on Petrish. And I thought the Petrish call was good. All right, so Laurel Highlands will come out for the first time this year in the victory formation. 1:34 to go. Karwotsky will keep it. So they didn't go to the victory formation quickly.
I think they need to get a first down, maybe.
Albert Gallatin does have a timeout, which they are going to spend now. We'll keep it right here. Okay, so your selection aside from Laurel Highlands, your selection for the Golden Spoon, Ricky?
Well, we've been to 5 venues this year, and by far Laurel Highlands, Albert Gallatin has the best food. They win it again every year.
Absolutely. Chef Gary Searock is being presented with the South Union Township Golden Spoon as the best press box food
in the WPIAL.
In the Big Nine Conference, as voted on by the elite panel of myself, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay. Known chefs. All right, 1:27 to go. Petrish has it right up the middle. Just trying to get the clock to run. Host of Colonials there to make the stop. 1:10 to go on a turning clock. 3rd down and 3 now for Laurel Highlands with a 3-point lead and a minute to play. Elvis is still in the building. Now we have, and I believe it was Albert Gallatin that jumped. That will give Laurel Highlands the first down and will put this game away.
Now we're going to go to the victory.
Yep.
Victory formation for the first time.
The fat lady hasn't sung yet, but she's putting on her shoes. So they'll march off the 5 yards. Mustangs will definitely go into the victory formation now. And the good news about this, Ricky, is that for the first time in 3 years, every Fayette County team will have one win. Karwoski takes the snap, takes the knee. Clock will continue to run, 22-20-1. And that is the last play of the game. So the Mustangs come from behind and register their first win of the season and the final game of 2016. We'll be back to recap the game right after this. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Welcome back to York Run, Albert Gallatin High School, where tonight the Laurel Highlands Mustangs wrap up the 2006 season in a victorious style, defeating the Albert Gallatin Colonials by a score of 17-14 in a game that was every bit as close as the score indicates.
Yeah, Vince, we saw a great game tonight. Unfortunately, it was marred by some penalties a little bit, but it was a very close battle on both sides.
I want to welcome everyone who's joining us from WMBS tonight as we wrap up tonight's game. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs getting their first win of the year. Let's talk really quickly about how they got there. In the first half, it was Chad Petrish who's got the Mustangs on the board with a 3-yard run. That capped an 80-yard drive that was very impressive, keyed by a 30-yard Will Karwoski run. Cameron Leeson's extra point made it 7-0. And that's the way the first half ended, because that was the end of the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, or in the second half, Will Karawatsky ran for 21 yards. Oliver had a 2-run TD. And Llewellyn and Mosey hooked up on a pair of touchdown passes. And that's how we got to the 17-14. And the big key, the big difference was turned out to be Cameron Lee's 21-yard field goal.
Yeah, on the statistics, Vince, it looks like Laurel Highlands nudged out AG a little bit. They had 56 yards in the air, 179 yards on the ground, 235 yards total. For the Colonials, 69 yards in the air, 139 yards on the ground for 208 total. For AG, the power back was Oliver. He had 25 carries for 94 yards and a touchdown. He was definitely the difference for the Colonials.
He definitely was. He was very difficult to break down, a big, powerful man. But the interesting thing was, as powerful as he was, I thought the key to the game, the turning of the momentum, occurred when the Laurel Highlands made that stand late in the first half when Albert Gallatin had the ball first and goal inside the 5 and didn't score.
They did it more than once, too. It turned out that AG did score, but they did have they gave up a lot of yards between the 20s, but when they got inside the 10, it was a different story. They really stood up.
They did. They stood up very well. And in the area that you would have thought that Oliver would have run wild is the area that he had the least amount of his success there. And I think it's good for both teams because, you know, Laurel Highlands gets to go in the regular season on a high note, but Albert Gallatin as well, breaking that 31-game losing streak. And I think, they've got a freshman quarterback that's pretty impressive. And I think they found themselves a coach.
They did, and there's some other underclassmen coming up with Dom Llewellyn, so AG has some bright spots.
Yeah.
And for Laurel Highlands, some of their big skill players are graduating this year, and that's going to give some of the younger guys a chance to pick up those roles and to carry on the Mustang pride.
It'll be a big year of once again rebuilding for Laurel Highlands, but for now they'll savor a 17-14 victory over the Albert Gallatin Colonials. And hard as it is to believe, Ricky, this wraps up the 2016 high school football season. It just seemed to fly by, but we are now officially done with the high school football season, and just seemed to go by. But I want to tell you guys, it's been a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm going to say it again. Thanks for the memories, John, and wish you were here in these seats, buddy.
Absolutely, but I think he went up to get the Mustangs some help. So that, my friends, tells you the story from York Run. The final score, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 17, the Albert Gallatin Colonials 14. For those of you on the WMBS side, this game was brought to you, this post-game report was brought to you by State Representative from the 51st District, Tim Mahoney. We'll be back on the South Union Sports Network to wrap things up. But for now, for WMBS, I'm Vince Capozzi along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupé, saying so long. Our final score again, Laurel Highlands 17, Albert Gallatin 14. Good night, everyone. Welcome back to Albert Gallatin, where the Mustangs come away with a 17-14 win over the Albert Gallatin Colonials, and they're just breaking up the drum-off that was going on during our post-game show. But fellas, it was a lot of fun this season. Thanks for letting me come along for the ride, and look forward to working with you guys again. I appreciate Gary Frankhauser letting me sit in as much as I got to do. I had a blast with it, so hopefully you all did too, and we enjoyed bringing you these games. And of course, football season might be over, but sports season on the South Union Township Sports Network doesn't end. We'll be getting in now to some basketball We'll have some rec basketball for you. So a lot of things coming up on the South Union Township Sports Network. So tonight's game on the South Union Township Sports Network was brought to you through a joint venture between Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, our friends at CUTV, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors. For Jerry Dupé, Rick Frank, I'm Vince Capozzi saying thank you for joining us. Our final score tonight, Laurel Highlands 17, Albert Gallatin 14. This has been an exclusive presentation of the South Union Township Sports Network.
Thank you.